I think the biggest challenge is about readiness. So it's about understanding what the regulations are and then applying those learnings into their own organization and making the right changes to processes, to culture, to technology. And I think a lot of companies that I talk to aren't quite there yet. They're still grappling with understanding what is GDPR and how seriously do I need to take this regulation. And so to me, it's about really getting a full level of understanding and then applying that based on what the knowledge is of how their organization processes and handles personal data. So at SAP, we started our GDPR compliance journey in 2016 as a executive board level strategic program. We created a team of resources coming from the business to support that program. There are about 38 or so full-time now people working on the compliance. That includes the analysis, the design of new processes, the implementation of technology, and lately we've been seeing quite a lot of change management and cultural changes coming down. Our idea is to be compliant before the end of May, so we don't want to wait until it gets too late. So right now we're in the process of doing our own compliance checks internally to see if there's any gaps. In the early stages, I think one of the most important approaches is to do the analysis. So even if you're not a European company, you may be a controller or a processor, depending on how the regulation is defined, of European personal data. So for example, American companies are becoming GDPR compliant because big American companies have European customers and they might have consumer information from people who live and reside in Europe or European citizens. So you really have to understand and analyze what kinds of data do you have in your organization and from there decide whether or not you're at risk.